paintbrushes. Okay, let's look at our paintbrushes. Everybody has a little bit different paintbrushes, but you should have two that are flats, meaning it's flat right here, and two that are rounded, meaning that the tip is rounded. This one's kind of a pointed round, but still rounded. And you just want to use the smaller flat brush today. Don't use the big one, okay? So we're just using the smaller flat brush today, and we're going to go to our journal, and here's the front cover. Here's what we did last week, right? And then we're going to go to page, let's see, 6, I believe. Yes, this is page 6. We are going to be doing this in class, and then this is going to be our homework. This is page 6 over here and page 7 over here. And this is color mixing, and I realize that most of you have probably done this at some point in your life or know a little bit about it, but we're just going to make sure everybody knows, because I'm finding that some people don't know. And so it's good to review. Plus, this, you haven't worked with this paint before, so you always want to kind of try to mix your paints a little bit ahead of time. So on just page 6, we're just going to do page 6 today. I'm going to write at the top, color mixing. Okay. We're going to use our Sharpie because the other pen bleeds, okay? So we're going to make 3 small boxes up here. 3 small boxes. We're going to put a whole bunch of boxes down here. We're going to label the first one red, the second one yellow, the third one blue, and these right here are our primary colors. P-R-I-M-A-R-Y. And so for the primary colors, I'm just going to take it right out of the container. So here's my red. I'm going to take my small flat brush, just dip it a little bit, like just the tippy toes. Like you're a ballerina, you're just using the tippy toes, and you're going to then fill the red in like that. And then you can put this to the side, and for washing your brush, here's a little tutorial on washing your brush. You're going to put it in your water and mix it around, and I'm actually kind of pushing it down on the bottom just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my paper towel, get all the water off the edge right here. See how I do that? And then I want to put it in my paper towel and just kind of squeeze. I'm just squeezing the bristles here to get a little bit of the remaining water off. And I just hold this in my left hand if you're right-handed, or right hand if you're left-handed. And then I'm constantly just putting my brush in here every time I clean it off. Okay, and so then you're going to do yellow, and then you're going to do blue. So, yellow, paint it right in there, clean it off. Blue. Those are our primary colors. All other colors are really made from these 3 colors. Okay. A line here, and I'm going to do a equation, like a math equation, but with blank boxes. So every time it's going to be blank box plus, and make these small, blank box plus blank box equals blank box. Okay, and we're going to do that 3 times. And then the first result will be orange. The second result will be green. The third result will be violet. And we say violet in art class instead of purple, but it's the same thing. And these are considered secondary colors. Yeah, go ahead and write that down. Write out these blank boxes, and then we'll start mixing colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix in my palette. And like I had said in class, if you don't have a palette, just taking a piece of paper and folding it in half, like your own paper, like this was trash, but notebook paper, that would work too for a palette. And you guys know what this chocolate chip size is? Like a tiny chocolate chip, not a Hershey Kiss, just a regular size chocolate chip. That is the size of the amount of paint that you're going to scoop out of the red and you're going to put down here. Just a chocolate chip size. And then you want to clean your brush. So I'm cleaning my brush here. Cleaning it off. And you want to do that for red. And then you want to do that for yellow. Get a chocolate chip size. Not very much. We want to keep our paint because this is the paint we're going to use for our landscape as well. So we don't want to use too much here. What you're going to do is you're going to take your red and put it in this box. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my red. I'm going to put it in this box. Clean my brush. Lots of brush cleaning in this exercise, okay? Squeeze out the water. A little bit of yellow. Putting it in this box. And then I don't actually have to clean my brush for the next step. I'm going to take less red than yellow because yellow is a lot darker. Just take a little bit of red here and mix it in with my yellow. And I'm going to get orange. And if it's not enough color, like enough yellow or enough red, you can add more. Just make sure if you dip into these ones here that you clean your brush, but you're going to put orange right there. Okay, so I'm going to do orange there. And then I'm going to make a green. So a little bit of yellow. Remember, a chocolate chip size. Put the yellow in there. And then a little bit of blue. Clean off my brush. Put a little bit of blue there. Put it in there. I guess I didn't really have to clean off my brush. And then less blue into the yellow because blue's pretty strong. And I'm going to make a green. And if it is too yellowy, if it's not like a medium green, and everybody sees color differently, but if it is too yellow, you can add a little bit more blue. This is pretty good green. Go like that. Okay, and then my violet is a little bit of red. Fill in that box. A little bit of blue. Clean my brush. A little bit of blue. And then mix them together. And you get a violet. And it's important that you fully mix. You know, take a couple extra seconds and really get that fully mixed. There we go. So those are our secondary colors. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line here. And the next thing we're going to do is have these same blank box equations. So blank box plus blank box equals blank box, but we need 6 of them. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Make them small. Okay, they should all fit on this page 6. One, two, three, four. Okay. So it should look like that. These are called tertiary colors. I know that's a weird word. I put it in chat. So it'll be a color plus a color equals, and like this first one is going to be red, orange. And I think they're two words. I don't know how grammatically correct, but, and then the second one will be red, violet. And then yellow, orange. And yellow, green. And then blue, green. And blue, violet. And if you notice, when I write those out, I always write the primary color first and then the secondary color. Okay, that's just what we do when we're in art class. If you're just hanging out, you can call them whatever you want. But in art class, we always do the primary color first and then the secondary color. And these are tertiary colors. Tertiary colors. Tertiary. It is the same process that we just went through. This one even has the names of what you're going to do. So you're going to put red in here. So sometimes I like to find all the reds. Like here's red plus orange. Here's red plus violet. I'm going to put all the reds here. And then I could go put in all the yellows and all the blues. Okay? So I'll do that right now. So I'll just go, here's my yellow, my yellows. Clean my brush. I'm cleaning my brush. It's way over here. You can't see it. And my blues. Okay. And on my palette, I actually have orange, green, and yellow. So, or I'm sorry, orange, green, and violet. So I can put in my violets. I don't have to remix them if I have them, right? And my greens. So all of these in this column are primary, just like they start with primary. It's just a little way. I would be a very bad art teacher if I didn't have you do it that way. That's the way the art community likes it done. Right? Okay. And then I get to mix my red orange. So I'm going to take, I have a little bit of red here on my palette, and I still have orange. So I'm just going to take my little bit of red and put it in my little bit of orange, and I just get a more red orange. It's not as red as that. Okay? And I just keep doing this. Okay? So for the red violet, you take a little bit of red, and I just mix it over here with a little bit of violet. Okay, I didn't use all the violet here because I might mix blue over there. And there's a red violet. It's not very red, actually. Make it a little redder. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep going. I have some, I'm going to skip red, yellow, orange right now. I'm going to go to yellow, green. So I'm going to go yellow next to my green. Mix the yellow and the green together and get a yellow green. And this is actually a really important one, yellow green, because we're going to be doing landscapes, and landscapes need yellow green with all the like trees and bushes and that kind of thing. Okay. Clean my brush. I can do blue green here because I have some more green. Adding some blue and some green. Blue green is also important because that is sometimes found in nature, or we can kind of fudge and make it in nature, but that's like almost like a turquoise. Okay, and then I'll do my blue violet, and then I'll come back to my yellow orange. So adding blue to my violet here. And like I added too much blue, but let's see. Yeah, I need a little bit more red. So I'm making my violet again because I messed up, and that's okay. To mess up, just mix more paint. So I've got my violet now, And then I'm going to clean off my brush. I'm going to add my blue and make it more of a blue violet. There we go. That's much more of a blue violet. And the best thing about acrylic paint is you can paint right on top of it, especially if it's dry. Okay, and then I'll go back to my yellow orange. Okay, so those are your tertiary colors.